Hi everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to connect Claude or Claude Code to Figma so you can use AI to generate an entire design system. Now this is all thanks to a firm called Southleft. I saw a video on LinkedIn and saw them do this and I thought, well, I got to figure out how to set that up because it's awesome. So let me show you the instructions. So this requires getting into Figma settings, getting into Claude settings, and being comfortable in the terminal, being able to move between folders, editing a text file, being able to find the path to a text file, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here is at the top a URL that walks through all of this from like a perspective of how to use it properly, but I'm focusing on how to set it up today because I wanted to make sure everyone could do this. So the first thing to talk about is you need a Figma Pro seat at $20 per month. This is to unlock all the features that you need to accomplish this. You also need a Claude Pro subscription at $20 per month. However, if you can, I recommend upgrading to the Claude Max 5X plan at $100 per month, just so you can iterate and get your design system looking the way you want it to, without hitting a limit on your token usage. Next step, installing Node. So this is your homework assignment. You need to follow these instructions. It'll just take a few minutes, but you can see here, I have Node up and running. The next step is installing Claude Code. So I've got a URL here. I'm going to go to this URL where there's instructions on how to set up Claude Code. Here we go, install Claude Code for Mac OS. I'm going to copy this command and I'm going to go to my terminal. I will paste, and I already have Claude Code installed, so this will be really quick, but otherwise you would just see an installation process and it takes just a minute. Great, there we go. Claude is already installed, so we can check, just type in Claude. And here we go, I'm in Claude Code. If you haven't played with Claude Code, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. I've used it to build an iOS app, a Mac OS app. It's really fun. Okay, so let's clear, go back to our instructions. Next, we need a Figma token. So this allows you to use the Figma API. So what that means, I'm gonna open up Figma, I'm gonna go to Settings, I'm going to go to Security. If you scroll down past sessions, you have this personal access tokens area. So I'll click generate new token. I'll call it Claude to Figma. And let's just start giving it access to various commands here. All the way down. Okay, generate token. Now you only get one shot at this, so copy it. And let's put it back in our instructions file for safekeeping. There we go. So we've done that step. Next, we need to enable Figma Dev Mode MCP. So there's a whole article about what this means if you want to go read about it. But I'm going to show you really quickly. If we go to Figma, we open up my design file, go from the Design tab to Dev, and you can see MCP is enabled already. Great. Check that one off. Now we need to configure the MCP server. So here's another web page to help you understand how to do that. So let's go ahead and, for Claude Code, open your terminal and run. So let's do that. Let's go back to terminal and let's paste. Oh, it already exists because I did it earlier, but otherwise it'll do it for you. We can try this command to list all configured servers. And there it is, Figma Desktop is connected. Great. Let's check this off. Now let's install Figma Console MCP. So this is the software from Southleft. Let's go to this website. And they've done an amazing job laying out the instructions. Now, unfortunately, to get this to work, we have to do the most advanced option here, the local Git option. So we'll click on that. And you'll see here, you need Node installed, which we did. Figma Desktop, Git should be installed already on your machine, and terminal access, which is what we have. So we're going to follow these steps first. I'm going to get the command to clone the repository, and let's see where I am. I'm in my home directory, so let's clone the repository. There we go, done, really fast. Now, I'm going to go into the new folder, copy and paste. Now I'm in that folder, then I'm going to npm install to install the dependencies. This will take a few seconds. And while that's going, I'm going to get the next command ready, I'll copy npm run build :local. Here we go. Just waiting a few more seconds. As we know, you're working with AI, you're probably used to waiting for things to happen. Happens in the terminal too. Great. And fire off that command. And should be ready to go. There we go. Okay. The next step is get personal access token for Figma. We already did that. Great. Now we have to go find this file. So here is the path. So you need to go back to your terminal, and let's just clear to keep it clean. We need to, let's just open up actually a new terminal window. Okay, where are we? ls to list, of course, everything in here. There's the library. I'm going to go to library. Then what did they want? They want me to go to application support. So application. Actually, you know what? Let's just open this folder. Okay, application support right there. Let's open it. And then they wanted me to go to the Claude folder. Claude, open it. And then they want me to open up this JSON file, Claude desktop config. There it is right there. So I'm going to open it in text edit. Let's make the text bigger. And what am I looking for here? MCP servers and in the brackets. If I go back here, MCP servers and then in the brackets. So I'm going to copy and paste carefully this text, everything that goes in the MCP servers area, copy, come back here, and I'm going to paste. Great. Next step, your Figma token here. I'm going to delete, get my Figma token, which I've stashed right here, and I'm going to paste. The last step is I need the absolute path to this local.js file. Great. Let's go figure that out. Okay, so here I am. There's the dist folder. So I'm going to go into dist. There's local.js. Okay, so what is the absolute path? Users, my username from college, apologies, Figma Console MCP. Okay, let's go back to my text file, Figma Console MCP, and we're going to just paste the absolute path /dist, there it is, users, username, Figma :MCP, dist, local.js. Great. I'm going to save, close. All right. We have installed that step. Let me just double check. Were there any other? Launch Figma desktop with remote debugging. Okay, so let's do that. Let's quit Figma. And then we're going to go back to terminal and paste this command. This launches with remote debugging. There we go, MCP server enabled. Okay, next step. Restart Claude desktop. Okay, that I'm gonna save till the end, but we can do it now, but I have that in my instructions at the end. Okay, let's restart Claude desktop. And we can say, check Figma status now or at the end, either way. But let's see what happens. There we go. We're all set. Okay, so we did this step and we did check Figma status. Okay, next step. We need to install Design Systems Assistant MCP. So this is also software from Southleft. Okay. Let's see what this page says to do. All right. Installation, public MCP server. So what I'm going to do is copy this, go back to Claude. Let's go to settings, and we need a new connector. Add custom connector, Design Systems MCP, and paste that URL in. Add. Let's configure it. Always allow. Great. So we have that step done. Now, this is the hard part. We need to install the Desktop Bridge plugin. Here we go. Let's take a look at this page. More instructions. Desktop Bridge plugin. Okay, we need to download the plugin from releases. Let's go to releases. Aha, here is a command to type in. Let's type it in. Great. Next step is we have to import the plugin in Figma. So I'm going to go to Figma. I'm going to go to Plugins, Development, Import Plugin from Manifest. And then where is that manifest? It is, okay, we go to my Figma Console MCP. Then I go to Figma Desktop Bridge. Then there's my manifest JSON file because we're working on the Figma Desktop Bridge. Open. It has been imported. Let's run it. Figma Desktop Bridge. Let's run it, and you can see here it's a floating window. It says MCP ready. Okay. Next step, we're going to install Figma MCP server in Claude. So what does that mean? Let's add extension, browse extensions, Figma, install. Yes, I want to install it. Great, and we're done. Here we go. New chat. Do we do all our steps? We did all our steps. Let's try check Figma status again. Connected and ready. We're in the Claude to Figma file. Great. Let's make a design system that would make Massimo Vignelli proud. It should feel bold. Use a strong orange color as the primary color. And let's fire it off. So after a few minutes of thinking, or maybe a few seconds, you'll actually start to see Figma start moving, and you'll see buttons appear, colors, checkboxes, drop-down menus. It's amazing. So I'm going to pause the recording and come back when it's ready. And we're back. We're back. We did it. Okay, a couple things. One, I got a haircut, so that's a little weird. Two, I've been playing around switching between Opus and Haiku, the different models, to see if one was faster than the other. I think Haiku actually is a little bit faster, so that's good to know as well. I also made a mistake with my prompt. I should have been more thorough and more specific, so I added a couple, I did it over again with a couple more pieces of information, like specifically calling out I want buttons, checkboxes, drop-down menus. I had to call out that I wanted the type system, and I also had to ask Claude to relay out everything because stuff started to get stacked on top of each other. But let me show you what we have as a result. We have this lovely little title area with bold, disciplined, timeless, pretty cool. We have a color palette, buttons and various variations, a variance of it. We have selection controls, and here's clearly a bug that I would have to fix manually where somehow the check mark and the dash, the fill-in circle for radios, so that's a little bit off. The toggle's not quite right. Form inputs, badges, cards, alerts, tabs, a type system, all automatically done. So this is really cool. So if you want to get into rapid prototyping and you need to fire up a design system really fast, this works. It's really fun. Let's actually check my usage to see how I'm doing there. Let's see, usage. Oh, wow. You know what? Maybe you don't need the 5X plan. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you.